Hi, Luke Donald here. Just want to congratulate the CDGA on 100 years. That's some going. Congratulations, guys.
For 100 years, the Chicago District Golf Association has stood for excellence in this extraordinary game of golf. Now the CDGA's magazine comes to life on TV. Chicago District Golfer celebrates the traditions of the past while connecting with the present. It's a golf show that is sure to inform and to have a little fun along the way. For what's important in Chicago golf, it's Chicago District Golfer TV.
A dramatic playoff concludes the Illinois State Amateur. We'll recap all of the action. We'll take a look after one of Chicagoland's favorite courses receives a facelift. It's time for an amazing golf expedition to the other side of the world. Do you know how the handicap system works? We'll help sort it out. Plus, we sample a revitalized 19th hole with a fresh approach. Hello and welcome to Chicago District Golfer from White Pines Golf Course. For the fourth time in its 25-year history, Cantigny Golf in Wheaton played host to the Land of Lincoln's top amateur players. Let's see how the 84th Illinois State Amateur unfolded. The Lewis L. Emerson Trophy and state supremacy was on the line, and unseasonably cool weather on opening days par for the course. 18-year-old Nick Hardy had a nice run in the first round, posting a 2-under par 70. The Northbrook resident will be attending the University of Illinois and playing on the golf team this fall. He played in the State Am 3 years ago, but now he's a little older and a lot stronger.
I hit it about 50 yards further now, and it's a much different game for me now, and I'm a much different player, so it's good to be back, and I'm excited for the next 2 days.
The round of the day belonged to three-time Illinois State Amateur participant Chad Slutsky. The 37-year-old financial trader tamed the Cantigny layout with a sizzling 6-under par 66.
It feels great. I know my game can stand up to some of these kids that are playing college, and look forward to tomorrow.
Thanks to a first-round effort which included an eagle, Chad Slutsky jumped to a 4-shot lead over Nick Hardy, Matt Weber, and Blake Johnson. The temperatures started to rise a bit in the second round, with Ellyn's Kyle Kochevar moving up the leaderboard. The University of Virginia junior shot a solid 2-under par 70 to move into second place.
My friend won last year, and my old buddy won it 2 years ago, and everybody I know is playing in this, and it's just great. I'm not from 10 minutes from here, so without the town over, and it's just great to be here and playing well, and it's good for my game that I'm just showing up and playing well. So.
Chad Slutsky didn't have the magical round he had the previous day, but still he had the lead after a birdieless 1-over par 73, making his first Illinois State Amateur cut.
I'm just going to try and get through it. My legs are pretty tired. A lot of golf this week, and just going to try and push through. Just going to go out and play, have fun, and see what happens.
Slutsky sat atop the leaderboard after 2 rounds, followed by Kochevar. The round of the day, though, belonged to Naperville's Raymond Knoll, who fired a 5-under par 67 to move into solo third place. On the final day, the 39 players who made the cut faced a grueling 36 holes minimum to determine the champion. Roselle's Dan Stringfellow got himself into contention and tied for the lead at one point in the final round, making birdies on 11, 12, and 13. His chance at the crown was lost, though, when his bunker blast on 18 just missed going in for birdie.
I thought it was going to check a little bit, and I thought it might go in. And then after I missed it, it was a little disheartened because I saw the leader was at 8 under. But I knew I was right there, and I needed birdie, and I figured I'd give that bunker shot a run, and it was close, but didn't have it.
Knoll qualified for the PGA Tour's John Deere Classic the previous week and looked to be in control, shooting his second straight 67 in the morning round. However, Hardy did him one shot better, shooting a 66. In the afternoon's final round, Knoll tried to keep the momentum going, but just couldn't quite close the door on Hardy.
I knew Nick was up there. I was looking up at the leaderboard all day because I knew Nick was going to jump ahead of everyone because he's such an incredible player. And he's always right there. I mean, if you look at his stats from this whole entire summer, he's always been right at the top.
With both players tied at 8 under par, they went to a 3-hole aggregate score playoff. On the third hole, Knoll stayed alive, making a clutch par-saving 10-foot putt. Hardy had a chance to win with an 8-footer for birdie, but it was not to be, so it was on to a sudden death fourth hole. Perhaps Hardy was still thinking about that putt when his driver failed him, fading his ball into a water hazard on the par 4 16th.
That was actually the shot that I've been trying to avoid the whole week, and that's a block to the right, block slice with a driver, and I got steep on that swing, and unfortunately that's what happens when I get steep, and that's exactly what I was fighting all week.
So Noel, the University of Iowa standout who carried his bag the entire tournament, survived the playoff, winning with a routine par. Winning the 84th Illinois State Amateur Championship was a special moment at a venue that's near and dear to his heart.
This is like home to me. I mean, whenever someone asks me where do I play out of, I say Cantigny, because I mean everyone knows Cantigny. Cantigny is an unbelievable place. Best reputation, I think, for all of public golf in Illinois or Chicagoland. And just calling this place home and being able to win this tournament here, it just means a lot to me.
At just 2 weeks shy of his 19th birthday, Raymond Knowles the champion, followed by Nick Hardy, Dan Stringfellow, Chad Slutsky, and 3 others tied for 5th place. The 20 lowest scoring players and ties will be exempt from next year's championship as well, to be held at Panther Creek down in Springfield. Coming up next, we'll get a little instruction, plus take a gander at a North Suburban track that's fine-tuned its course to a T.
Bowes Creek Country Club has set the standard for public courses with a private club field. This exquisite 18-hole championship layout offers the exclusive Member for a Day concept. Pay just one fee and you get unlimited golf with a cart and full use of the bent grass practice facility. Plus there's Porter's Pub, a casual English-style restaurant and bar that will complete your day the way you want to play. It's all here at beautiful Bowes Creek Country Club in Elgin, Illinois.
You're a complicated, diverse creature. A fine mix of debonair and adrenaline, battle scars and good jokes. With an exceptionally smooth taste, only 95 calories and 2.6 carbs, Michelob Ultra is the superior light beer, perfect for every side of you.
Hi, I'm Austin Kopp, head PGA professional at Oak Meadows Golf Course and Driving Range. One of the first things that a lot of beginning and even experienced golfers alike ask about is, how do I hang onto the club properly? What type of grip do I take? People, when they first grab onto the club, tend to grab onto it oftentimes like a baseball bat or like a softball bat, where those thumbs are wrapped around and the hands might have a little separation. What we want you to do is set the club down like you're going to be hitting a ball straight out in front of you. We're going to lay that club out in your fingers diagonally across those left-hand fingers. We're going to bring down, pinch that thumb and index finger together, and it's going to create a V on your left hand. We're going to take this pocket, this little crease right here in your right hand, and we're going to put that right on top of the left thumb. Same thing that we did with the left hand, we're going to bring the thumb and index finger together. What you'll notice now is I've got 2 V's, one on each hand, and they can be pointed back here, they can be pointed in front of you. Where we want them to go is the same direction, coming back up at my right shoulder. Where your grip is will determine a lot of times that contact that you make with the club face, and we want everything, of course, going straight. So best way to do that, get your grip set, get that club face square, and you'll hit more straight shots. For tips like this and anything else, come see us at the Oak Meadows Golf Course and Driving Range.
Thanks, Austin. You know, we are truly blessed with so many deeply rooted courses strewn across our fair city. But with history comes renovation and updating to keep up with the times and improve layouts. One of those old courses recently revitalized is Wilmette Golf Club. Our Dave Lockhart has more.
This popular public facility, built in 1922, sits about 20 minutes north of downtown Chicago and has seen plenty of golf over the years. The plan of well-regarded local golf course architect Greg Martin was to open things up a bit, making it more fair and friendly.
The Wilmette Golf Course that you knew is still here. We just freshened up the edges. We cleaned up some of the overgrown trees. The bunkers, we pushed them back. They're now more in play for the better golfer, and the average golfers have a little more room off the tee. We've cleaned up the tees. We've added more tee surface. The greens are bigger. They're all freshened up. They're all USGA greens with the A1 turfs.
Drainage issues can hurt a course in so many ways, aside from making playing conditions unpleasant at best. Those old issues have been resolved at Wilmette, and much-needed improvements have been made.
For example, we had a 3.5-inch rain event 10 days ago. I came out onto the golf course the following morning. Fairways that would have normally been underwater next to the river had some pools of water, but the course was playable. The course would have been opened by 10 o'clock in the morning, whereas some of our neighbors were closed for 2.5 days.
One of the things we wanted to do is freshen it up, give it a little more modern appeal, but we needed to first and foremost fix the drainage issues. So that was the front end. So we needed to fix the infrastructure, and in the meantime, we wanted to make it a little more playable and open some things up for your golfers.
The course shut down completely in late July of 2013 with a budget of $2.5 million. The transformation of an old, somewhat tired course has been completed. Wilmette held its grand reopening just last month, leaving everyone with a smile on their face.
We're very pleased with the way things have turned out. We have had infrastructure issues that needed to be dealt with for a very long time, and I feel like we've set the community up for the next couple generations, and people are excited about what they're going to play. It's been a fun experience.
Having their course closed for nearly an entire calendar year is tough on the regular players at Wilmette, but renovations are needed from time to time, and now everyone can enjoy this fun and friendly facility for years to come.
This is a flat golf course, but the tour through the back nine, through the oak trees and some of the water features that we've incorporated is really something fun. It's just a neat old style golf course. It's a Parkland style, and we hope to honor that.
I mean, a lot of people really try to go to private golf clubs, but we have just a wonderful golf club here in a public setting. So I'm thrilled to be a part of it. It's really a source of pride for me.
Similar facelifts are currently taking place at the Mount Prospect Golf Course and the Glenview Park District Golf Course as well, with reopenings slated for midsummer of next year. Coming up next, we'll take to the skies to visit the stunning golf courses of South Africa. You won't want to miss this.
Many people think you run a business just to make money. No, you run a business because you get to build something. You get to impact the future, to help employees and partners put their kids through school. You get to create value that didn't exist before, because that's your name on the building. And it's not just a payroll, it's people's lives, and they're like family. And there's nothing like reporting to yourself. At MB Financial Bank, we know why you work. MB means business.
Experience Bolingbrook Golf Club, an 18-hole championship layout designed by acclaimed architect Arthur Hills. Golf Week magazine has nationally recognized Bolingbrook as one of the best courses you can play. The 76,000 square foot clubhouse features outstanding dining, superior banquet facilities, and all of the comforts of a private club. Plus, there's also the Bolingbrook Golf Academy with renowned instructor Carl Rubito and a state-of-the-art practice center. Call Bolingbrook Golf Club today for your next big event or tee time.
Well, many of us Americans are familiar with those famous South African golfers of Gary Player, Ernie Els, and Retief Goosen, but you may not realize what an incredible country South Africa is and the amazing golf opportunities that await there. Our Dave Lockhart takes us on the journey.
This is a country that is truly spectacular, from the beautiful oceans to the mountains that spring up virtually everywhere. You also have the wonderful wine country, and safaris that will take your breath away. And if you have a little more time, I suggest playing some golf, like at Leopard Creek. This course, which has hosted numerous professional tournaments, sits right next to the Kruger National Park and is full of fun and wildlife.
Leopard Creek's proximity to the Kruger Park makes it a really special destination. For us, it's the ultimate combination of a fantastic golf course, currently rated #1 in Africa, and of course the luxury that goes with the estate.
Jack Nicholas designed a few courses in South Africa, including St. Francis Links. This course is full of adventure where precise shot making is vital to a good score.
We opened in 2006, but as you can see, it looks like it's been here for 100 years. And it was built right on the natural sand dunes. The greens are push-up greens. The bunkers are dune sand, rough and ready. And it's a golf course that is really like no other golf course in South Africa.
Over in Arabella, you will find a world-class hotel and spa where you can take an elevator right to the first tee. The championship course has a wide array of looks and features that make this a must-play.
Well, I think the name says it all. It means beautiful land. And you're on the shores of South Africa's biggest lagoon, seas in the background, wonderful mountains surround part of the estate, undulating, classic golf course.
The Links at Fancourt is best known as the host of the dramatic 2003 President's Cup. Here, the legendary Gary Player designed a superb layout that challenges all in a magical setting.
It's probably the toughest test of golf in South Africa, but then again, in the design of the course, you know, there's a lot of length, you know, a lot of gorse, but the fairways were designed in such a way there's a lot of width, so any golfer can come and play and enjoy it.
You want to talk about wow factor? Then take a look at this. Pinnacle Point in South Africa, one of the most unbelievable courses that we have ever seen on Chicago District Golfer, and a course that sits right here on the rugged coastline of the Indian Ocean. It's truly an awe-inspiring experience. Plus, it's not uncommon to see whales, dolphins, or even great white sharks out in the blue waters of the Indian Ocean. It's hard to believe, but you can play here with a cart for a mere $70.
It's a unique golf experience. Other golf courses around the world will have maybe 2 or 3 truly memorable holes, but I think here we've just got an abundance. You know, every hole is a unique experience.
South African golf is virtually undiscovered by Americans. This country should be on everyone's list for an experience that is both rewarding and certainly something to treasure.
Well, you know, South Africa is some of the best golf courses in the world. We have Gary Player that's designed so many great courses out there as well. Ernie has designed a few golf courses there. You know, Cape Town is very much a links-like feel, the golf courses.
I think that South Africa is beyond the golf course. In South Africa, it's golf and. It's golf and wine, it's golf and scenery, it's golf and game, it's golf and. But the coastline here, I think, is extra special. From Cape Town all the way through to Durban, you've got some of the best land you'll ever see.
And the value of the American currency is huge there. It's currently a 1-to-10 ratio with the South African Rand currency. We have one last break to take. When we come back, we'll explain the Handicap Index and visit a 19th hole where the focus is fresh. Stay with us.
Have an exceptional golf experience at Aldine Golf Club in Rockford. Warm up at the practice center, followed by play on a top-notch championship course, all at an affordable price. End your game with lunch or dinner on the terrace at Noonan's, known for their burgers, brews, and great views. Aldine Golf Club, ranked the best municipal course in Illinois by Golf Digest. Come experience Aldine today. For the best rates, book your tee time online at aldinegolfclub.com.
Are you ready to go? How's the hip?
I think you know that we have to take this one plant at a time. It's really the only way that Eunice Feldman knows how to garden. We have got a lot of great bulbs, strong perennials. I am looking forward to a great season and can't wait to get back out onto the field. So thank you and good night.
Eunice!
If you're more than just a recreational golfer, there's something you have that's kind of like a fingerprint of your game. It's your Handicap Index. Hopefully this next story clears up some of the misconceptions about the CDGA's handicap system.
18. Probably 22, 23, something like that.
My handicap is 5.
19.4.
It's right around a 14.
16. 8.
33.8.
It seems most golfers know their handicap index like they know their own street address. But if you ask them, how's your handicap index calculated? Well, let's just say they're a little unsure.
Your score, and then it's a percentage against par. So, and I really don't know how they figure it, but it's like 80% figure.
Well, I'm not 100% sure. I've only been carrying it for 15 or 20 years.
Exact science of it? No.
They take 20 scores, throw out the 10 highest, and then average in what you shot versus the rating and slope, and that comes up with a number, and they average that out over the 10 they keep.
The last gentleman pretty much nailed it. Each time you post a score, the system first calculates a handicap differential. Contrary to what many believe, it's actually the 10 lowest differentials which are averaged, not your 10 lowest scores. The differential is determined by a formula that relies on both the rating and slope of the course you just played. So what exactly are the slope and the rating then?
I believe it's the rating that is is it the difficulty 150 yards off the tee?
Course rating, I understand off the par basis. Slope, I have no idea.
The course slope, isn't that the speed of the greens?
Well, the course rating is the average score, 10 best out of the last 20 that a scratch player should record on his record. So if a course rating is 69.8, it means a scratch golfer averages 69.8 on that golf course on his 10 best scores out of his last 20. The slope rating is the difference between the bogey golfer and the scratch golfer. The bogey golfer's rating on a course that say was 69.8 for scratch, the bogey guy rating might end up being 97.6. And so then there's a formula that's used to develop the slope rating out of that.
Well, there you have it. The rating and slope can change drastically from front tees to back tees on the same course and vary greatly from track to track. It's no wonder they play a huge role in determining one's handicap index. Let's take a score of 95 posted on a course with a rating of 71.5 and a slope of 125 and use the USGA's formula to come up with a handicap index. The rating of 71.5 is first subtracted from the posted score of 95, giving us 23.5. 23.5 is then multiplied by 113, the USGA's slope standard. This brings us to 2,655.5. Now divide this number by the actual slope rating of 125, and we arrive at the handicap differential of 21.2. Then the equation averages the 10 best of the last 20 differentials and multiplies that by 0.96. That lowers your handicap index even further, making your handicap more a reflection of your potential rather than your average. The present-day handicap index system used by the USGA was actually pioneered right here in Chicago back in 1938. It was created by then CDGA President Thomas McMahon. Well, after writing down and posting your score, it's time to head to the 19th hole, right? Well, at the Village Links in Glen, Ellyn, the new Reserve 22 has a fresh and tasty approach.
Chicago's best 19th holes is presented by Michelob Ultra.
It's not an exact science when it comes to creating a great 19th hole. Obviously, the food, the libations, and the ambiance are keys. But which one is more important than the other is up for debate.
Probably the best feature of the whole thing is the patio on the outside. I think our patio dining is probably one that you will not find almost anywhere in DuPage County. You get a beautiful view of the golf course. It's got an outdoor bar, seats about 60 people, and we usually do pretty good with that on Friday and Saturday nights.
On our visit to Reserve 22, we found the outdoor patio to be all that and more. But the food, takes center stage.
If you like steaks, if you like fish, if you like salads, you don't have to have a hot dog at the 19th hole here. We got just a big diversity of menu items that are available all day long, every day.
Our favorites would be the tenderloin sliders. We have a lot of small plates and shares. Tenderloin sliders are beef medallions, seared, served with the horseradish cream sauce, buttery mini bun. The burger is obviously a very popular item with our golfers. So we took the burger and we added some aged cheddar, some applewood bacon. We topped it off with a fried egg, and we make it even more decadent with a little bit of truffle mayonnaise. We could also do wings different styles. We can grill them as opposed to fried, and we make our own Jamaican jerk seasoning. So if anyone likes Jamaican food, it goes perfect with wings, grilled, the smokiness and the heat.
Much of that heat to which Chef Mike refers is grown right there at the golf course, making his creations all the more fresh.
It's like a chef's dream. You know, I come to work, I take a GX, take it over to maintenance, I pick my jalapenos for the day, pick my tomatoes for the day. We do about 5 different microgreens. We do our own cucumbers, our own grape, cherry tomatoes, regular vine-ripe tomatoes.
Ah, the freshness. Chef Mike may pick his food right outside, but you can pick up some tasty treats indoor in a luxurious setting. There are almost as many TVs as taps. You can't go wrong whether you choose to dine indoors or al fresco. Either way, it's a great way to close out your round.
There's incredible views, and you feel when you're out on the 19th hole on the outside patio, you feel like you're on the golf course, and you get to watch the golfers come in on 18, and they're very close to you, and you can almost hear the conversations. But it's just a great view and a beautiful setting, and nowhere else like it in DuPage County.
And don't forget the enjoyable 27 holes of golf and new driving range at Village Links 2. Well, thanks so much for joining us for this action-packed August edition of Chicago District Golfer from White Pines. Get out there and enjoy the summer now that it's finally here. Play some golf, even if it's just 9 holes. Get that handicap index down.
If you're a golfer, then the Chicago District Golf Association has something for you. The CDGA is home to a state-of-the-art golf handicapping service, which allows golfers of all skill levels to compete on a level playing field. The CDGA sponsors and conducts more than 50 championships for amateurs, high and low handicappers, juniors, seniors, men and women. The CDGA is a leader in charitable causes that brings the game to those with special needs. The CDGA is truly for everyone who plays the game. Visit cdga.org for membership information and more.
Are you ready to go? How's the hip?
I think you know that we have to take this one plant at a time. It's really the only way that Eunice Feldman knows how to garden. We have got a lot of great bulbs, strong perennials. I am looking forward to a great season and can't wait to get back out onto the field. So thank you and good night.
Eunice!